wabarakatuh. So today, me and my group mate will present the topic of sustainability accounting and corporate social responsibility. Next slide. So our team consists by me, Nurfatin Atira binti Rosdi, and also my friend Nurfara Atika binti Mahadi. Next slide, please. Okay, so I will pass the floor to Farah Atika.
Okay, first topic is sustainability accounting and reporting. Meaning of sustainability reporting is when a company create a report detailing its environmental, social, governance, and economic goal as well as its progress toward achieving them. Companies typically describe their strategic goals, sustainability activities, and a result report of a benefit and cost of those activities. Reporting is often driven by guidelines set by sustainability standards such as a Global Reporting Initiative or GRI. Okay, for benefit of sustainability accounting and reporting, the first one is ensure regulation compliance. The best way to ensure that you are staying in compliance with the ever-shifting pool of rule and regulation is through sustainability reporting. You can set goals based on whether you want to meet minimum compliance requirement or shoot for more ambition target and comes a sustainability leader. Then collect and monitor your data over time to make sure you actually reach them. Second one is bold employee pride and loyalty. Become, becoming a more transparent sustainability reporting company may also give your current employees an extra reason to be proud of where they work. You can rally your employees behind the cause and both moral and engagement. Third one is become more attractive to investor. Sustainability reporting can help you win stakeholders' trust, and this is particularly true of investor. Investing in your sustainability shows that you are looking to manage long-term risk to the company, which make you a more attractive company for investors. Next is increase transparency, credibility, and accountability. Transparency is increasingly being valued among company stakeholders from consumers to investors to employees. To be transparent, your company should report the full extent of its impacts. A benefit of sustainability reporting is that declaring your intention to improve your company in various ways, and in subsequent report you detail your progress toward those goals. In doing so, you eliminate room for empathy promises. Now, you have the public holding you accountable, which can serve as a great motivator. Last but not least, for benefit of sustainability accounting and reporting, is becomes more attractive to customers. Not only do more and more consumers consider the environment when making purchase decisions, they are also getting smart, especially when it's come to greenwashing and SDG washing. One of the benefits of sustainability reporting is that it's the best way to make sure you're not washed away in the tide of changing consumer preference. Transparency turns your company from a faceless corporation into a company consumer feel they can trust, and develop a bond with boosting customer loyalty. Next is importance of sustainability reporting. If the company needs to comprehend whether they are on the right track or not, a sustainability report could be the guidelines. Furthermore, there are some advances for the reporting, such as engaging stakeholders. The process of initiating a sustainability report until published could be the means to communicate with external stakeholders. For example, advan- uh, investor, client, or prospective client. Also, this is essential for the internal stakeholder as well. It will generate discussion and a remind of how many people involved in the journal to sustainability. The second one is internal efficiency. Companies with awareness of sustainability reporting will implement the discipline in practicing responsible business. Everyone in the company will have the guidelines about the value. At the same time, if the report does not match the expectation, it will be the evaluation instrument. The internal stakeholder could refocus to attain the demand result efficiently. Last but not least, building trust. The sustainability reporting will also amplify the engagement, accountability, and transparency of the company's branding. Trust is an ever-increased issue. By presenting the waste management report of the company, it will highlight the achievement and challenge of the company publicity. Okay. Uh, Challenge of sustainability reporting. The first one is competing framework, designed for different audience. Second one is absence of a standard, no similar standardization for the reporting. Measurement uncertainty, information cannot be measured. The last one is inconsistent reporting method, obtain sustainability information in different way. Next, I pass to Atira.
Okay, thank you, Farah, for your good presentation. So, my part, I will present the topic of corporate social responsibility, or we call CSR. Okay, next slide, Farah. Okay, for the definition of CSR is the viewpoint that a business should be more aware of its impact on society and the environment. The intent is to deliver positive outcome from all stakeholders in the business that result in long-term sustainability, not just a positive return for its shareholders. Uh, these programs are based on the idea that businesses can reduce their adverse social and environmental impact on the world. For the simple word, we can uh, we can say that how company manage their business processes to produce an overall positive on society. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is advantage for the corporate social responsibility, which is consist by four. For the first one is improve the image of a business. Like this is crucial as consumers assess your public image when deciding whether to buy from you. Like staff members voluntarily an hour a week at a charity shows that you are brand committed to helping others. As a result, you will appear much more favorable to consumers. Second one is increase brand awareness and recognition. For example, if you are committed to ethical practices, this news will spread. More people will therefore hear about your brand, which is can create and increase brand awareness. Third one is draw in new financiers. Um, for the elaboration is a business online reputation in the marketplace establishes whether it will certainly get new investments or otherwise. With CSR programs, you can absolutely increase your company's picture, and when your company start to grab educate eyeballs, it's likewise bring in a number of financiers. Last but not least, for the advantage is increase customer engagement. uh, po- post post in your social media channels and create a story out of your effort. Furthermore, you should show your effort to local media outlets in the hope they will give it some coverage. Customer will follow this and engage with your brand and operation. So that's all from for the advantage. Next slide, we go for the disadvantage of CSR. Okay, here we have a three advantage, which is for the first one is raising cost of operation. In investing in CSR can lead to high cost of expenses. Organizations may have to reorganize their finances to accommodate this budgetary change. They need investment to train employees, launch campaigns, and collaborate with external agencies to roll out programs. Second one is locking horns with stakeholders, like for example, shareholders, client, or a customer may experience the financial burden of an organization's CSR activity. For, for, for investors, they will be keen to learn where and their how uh, their money is being spent. Client would want to know about your initiative, whether they align with their organization's mission, and if there are conflicts of interest. Customer pay greater attention organization that also can make visible CSR effort. Last but not least is also can increase accountability, which is if your business operation negatively impact the environment, you have to do damage control and set things right. For example, if your product aren't sustainable or eco-friendly, you can be put in the spotlight. You have to assess your operations before you invest in appropriate CSR measure. Okay, next slide. Okay, next we go for the carols for fire pyramid of corporate social profitability. True corporation social profitability requires all four parts to be satisfied consecutively: economic responsibility, legal responsibility, ethical, philanthropic. Okay, so basically for the career to be profitable organization, we must minimize cost and maximize sales. For example, make sensible strategic decision. This involves the conduct of a business that is economical profitable, low abiding, ethical, and social supportive. So now, let's we look for the four layers, which is the first layer is economic responsibility. Basically, this concerns the responsibility of an organization to produce goods and services needed by society. For example, shareholders demand a reasonable return on their investment. The second layer is legal responsibilities. These legal responsibilities of corporations demand that organization abide the law of their jurisdiction. Some example of not complying with law resulting in the lack responsibility. For the third year layer is ethical responsibility. The main concept of ethical responsibility consists of what is generally expected by society over and above economic and legal expectation. For instance, an organization must focus on recycling or reducing carbon emissions. Last but not least, the fourth and final layer is philanthropic responsibilities. It concerns discretionary behavior to be more improve the life of others, such as making donation to charity, sponsoring the art and so forth. Okay, next slide, please, Farah. Okay, after we look for the carols for part pyramid, so let's we look CSR report, which is CSR report is one of a summary of a company's activity that make a positive contribution to our society. The CSR report is particularly relevant for the stakeholders of a company, such as customers, partners, suppliers, employees, investor, as well as the price or rating agency. Okay. Basically, this CSR report is one of the formal document that we can evaluate how a company operation interact with the outside world. So in this report, we also should expect a thorough analysis of environmental and social impact. Okay, what the importance of CSR report is to communicate its mission, efforts, and outcome from external and internal stakeholders. Okay, next slide. Okay, last but not least, for the CSR report is we can look for the benefit of CSR report, which is we have a four. We have a 4 point. For the first point is measure progress against previous goals. Like as we know, each CSR report should have a strong relationship with the previous one, showing what has improved in a company operation since its publication. By analyzing CSR reports, stakeholders should be able to track a company's social responsibility journey. The second one is it addresses the most relevant issues. A good CSR report should address the issues deemed most pressing by its industry context and its shareholders, including the local community. Research and consultation can uncover these priorities. The third one is its contains concrete goals for the year ahead. Okay, for a CSR report to be convincing, it should be make a clear commitment to achieving specific result. If a CSR report is to work, it may be received as insincere and tokenistic. Last but not least, for the benefit of CSR report is it outlines how result will be measured. Okay, a company demonstrated accountability by explaining all aspects of its process, like including how progress will be measured. Clarity and transparency are crucial to building trust. Okay, so that's all from us. Thank you. Okay, now we look for the past year paper UITM. Okay, next slide. Okay, for the past year paper in July 2016, the question asks us to explain the meaning of corporate social responsibility reporting. Okay, next slide. As I mentioned earlier, as I mentioned previous slide, A corporate social responsibility or sustainability report is a critical report published by companies with the goal of sharing their corporate social responsibility actions and results. The second one is the report synthesizes and makes public the information organization decide to communicate regarding their commitments and actions in social and environmental areas. Third one is by doing so, organization let stakeholders, for example, all parties interested in their activities and aware of how they are integrating the principles of sustainable development into their everyday operation. Last but not least, CSR reports are a way for an organization to communicate its mission, efforts, and outcome to external and internal stakeholders. So that's all from me. I will pass for the next presenter.
Okay, next, paper July 2017. The question is, sustainability reporting is the practice of measuring, disclosing, and being accountable to internal and external stakeholders for organization performance toward the goal of sustainable development. The question is, discuss benefit of the disclosure of sustainability reporting to the user of financial reporting. The answer is, first one is ensure regulation compliance. You can set goal based on whether you want to meet minimum compliance requirement or shoot for more ambition, target and become a sustainability leader. Then collect and monitor your data over time to make sure you actually reach them. Second one is increase production and lowering costs and organization attractiveness to recruit and retain top personnel as well as employee and supplier productivity should be expected to improve. Third one is increase transparency, credibility, and accountability. Declaring your aim to improve your organization in various ways and detailing your progress toward those goals in following report. This eliminate, eliminates the possibility of empathy promises. You now have the public to hold you accountable, which may be extremely motivating. The last one is become more attractive to customers to avoid being pushed aside by the wave of shifting consumer references. Transparency transform your firm from a faceless corporate to one that customer can trust and bond with, increasing client loyalty. That's all from us. Thank you.